Hi, welcome back to Beck's Corner Garden. It is mid-June here in South Central Kansas, Zone 6B, and the garden that started out as being a little behind is now catching up very quickly. So I wanted to take you guys along with us, show you most of what we have growing, some of what we're about to pull out and replace, and some of the stuff that's starting to flower and fruit. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. So over here on the north side of our house, along our dog kennel, we actually have some of the extra tomatoes. Austin had started some suckers, and we didn't have anywhere to plant them, so here they are. We're going to come back and get these mulched in, and they're doing well. And then over here, we have a bitter melon on either end, and cucumbers planted in between. And then over here, we have a type of corn. I don't remember exactly which kind it was, though. I'll try to pop that up on the screen, but it's taken off pretty nicely. Got a little more thinning out to do. And then over here beside that, we stuck in some more extra tomatoes, cosmos, zinnias. Look, we already have little baby tomatoes back here. And then right back there, we have a row of okra. We put it in between the neighbor's house because we're going to share with them this year. And then we'll come over here to these front beds. So I'm actually about to start the chores. It's been very rainy here. Look, we have some dianthus blooming. We just planted in this whole row of balloon flowers, dianthus, gaillardia, and we put these in right on top of where our rows of tulips are. See, it's mirrored on both sides of the sidewalk, going for that symmetry up here. But we're starting to get a bunch of blooms on these, so that will be fun next time to show off. And our cosmos here at the end, you can see where he's starting. So he's a big old bush that will be putting off a show. Over here, between our fruits, these Proven Winners brands, you can tell these are proven winners. These are not. These were really pretty, but their performance just doesn't hold up. We have some of them in pots as well, some of the same brand. I've never been one for name brand stuff, but these Proven Winners are amazing. These are the Silver Bell, and this is the Bubblegum Vista and Silver Bell. Have a lot of weeding to come in and do. It's been so rainy. This is the Japonica corn, and I thought it was supposed to be variegated, but I don't see. Oh, he's starting. So that will be really pretty. And then, of course, over here we have hibiscus, some carnations here, and these balloon flowers from last year. And he's looking funny in there for being our first one, but hopefully they even out. The other ones we cut off. Look, there's the morning glory I missed. But these other balloon flowers we cut off, and now they're bushing out, so that should be really fun. On the other side of the sidewalk, these balloon flowers we had cut off first as an experiment, and they were doing so well that we decided to do the other side. And of course our marigolds, mums, and then more of those Proven Winners, bubblegum and Silver Bell. See, this was that other brand. that we have. We have in pots as well. It's performing better than the ultraviolet. It's called Moonstruck. Still pales in comparison to the proven winners. We got blueberries ripening. Over here on the other side of these rows, coming down the sidewalk, we have our lavender in. It's putting off new growth. And then a bunch of zinnias, dwarf sunflowers, and marigolds to border our garlic bed there. All the morning glories. This is a spot I have to go in with the weed eater and get it, and I just haven't gotten to it. Sunflower got bent over by the storm, but he's still trucking on. He's so close to opening that I haven't wanted to cut him out yet. So we shall see. We'll come down through the path here. These sunflowers volunteered, and they kind of make it hard to get into the garden. Letting some more of these go to seed. I love them. Our daisies at this time of the evening, they perk up. They look fantastic. These things, let me flip my camera around. These things come up past my waist. They're getting tall. I did not know daisies grew like this, but it's pretty amazing. I love them. It's a great show. And then down here from the daisies, mosquitoes are getting me. We have all of our basils and sages tucked in down here. Got him. I'm a vegan. I don't kill animals, but those mosquitoes, man. Okay. Now stepping over the herbs are hollyhocks. Now this bed we had a bunch of volunteer sunflowers pop up into. So they're getting ready to come out, so it will be cleaned up a lot better. Eventually this bed will hopefully be just the hollyhocks. We're hoping to expand our collection of varieties. Let's see if I can. Look at these. The storm really messed some of this tall stuff up. I hate when it does that. I looked out our window and some of it was almost touching the ground. I can't believe as much of it survived. And this pot, I meant to get something to fill in this space right here, so I just kind of stuck a light. But from this side, you can't even tell. It's looking really good. Like you can't even see my lady in there. I guess she's needed some privacy. And then over here, our spiral. These are the sunflowers that we actually planted. They're getting pretty tall, looking good. These marigolds down here, though, were volunteer. They're actually outside of the bed. I'll show off several of those. But Dianthus, I think it's trying to give up. I'm going to cut him back, and hopefully some of that green will pop back and he'll survive. I found that these Dianthus are pretty strong, but we moved him here, and he hasn't been very happy since. Some of our daisies, I forget, there are tags down in here. Jaguar pink. But they get more red, I've noticed. It might be the heat. And then our columbine, I'm going to come back and cut off some of these spent blooms. It looks like it's going to put off a few more, but I don't think they do too well in the heat either. Then we'll move around to the corner here. Now, over here on the corner, you'll see all of this is overgrown because we didn't get it mulched. I have a plan to take care of all this and this bindweed that's all over here. And I'm going to make a video about my plan for that. Love these petunias. But this is our lettuce and mustard bed. It's all going to bolt. So right now we're just letting it do its thing. And we're deciding what we're going to plant here. So we haven't ripped it out yet. It's going to be the noisiest video. Over here we got our squash. See, in this bindweed, I do have a plan this fall. I'm going to try something next spring and this fall. It'll be a two-end approach. We'll get into that later. But anytime we'll be getting squash. I'm just going to step over this bed. Look. All these flowers. We have some fruit set. Where is it? There. It's a little guy. And let me tell you guys, this happened to all of our tags. You know what that says? I think this is Chernobyl. Can't tell with most of them. So I'm actually going to come around. So then coming around over here, our landrace currants are taken off. Way down in there, you see those little babies. The weeds have gotten out ahead of me. That week or two of rain, we came out, harvested some broccoli. It was delicious. Our coxcomb celosia, he doesn't like it in this pot. Could just be hot today. I watered him yesterday, but he's dry. Yeah, all of our pots are looking dry. It was a hot day. But that's what I'm about out here to do. Over here is our mystery bed. This, the other one, Miss Lakeisha, if you're watching, died on us. But this little guy is going strong. So we are going to see what he turns into yet. And then, of course, some more of our unnamed peppers that don't want to grow. But this tomato we stuck in here is doing great. Oh, over here by the mystery bed, we have lychee growing. These things are vicious. They remind me of the Turkish orange eggplant and the pumpkin on a stick eggplant we grew last year. You see the fruit set in there? Can't wait to try these little guys. Another pot that needs watered, but this is what we planted up in that last video. We have tomatoes and eggplants popping up and cucumbers here along the back. our peas and our kale here on this side are just done. This heat, they gave it up quick. A little guy hiding in there. We'll be able to see him again soon as these kale seeds dry. This is our chard and our kale. Always harvesting off of this, and still got big old bushes. And we've been pulling our carrots out from along here. The peppers are starting over here. Those sunflowers, these are the intentional planted ones. I'll show you this bed. Look, here's another one of those marigolds that's just growing. Over here, see that zinnia? Just there, chilling. He's happy though, so we're gonna let him be. These dianthus we started from seed last year. They're gorgeous. Siberian blue, I think is what they're called. I love them. This marigold is the one I said earlier was out of the bed. See? They're just everywhere. But down in here, in front of the sunflowers, we have, where do you go? We have lilies, zinnias, cosmos, volunteer sunflowers, some of our onions that, anybody know about onions? Are these going to do anything? When do I get onions? Maybe too much is growing in here. I don't know. We do pack things a lot. Some of these cosmos. The Picotee cosmos. They're gorgeous. I'm loving some of these flowers that we have out here. Our Dark Knight hybrid tea rose is going to be blooming soon, along with that zinnia. Here. Our tomatoes are adjusting to this heat, but we are getting fruit set. More down here. And a volunteer melon. I don't know what we're going to do with. If you can't tell, like over here, all of these tomatoes and stuff, they're just volunteer. Everything in that bed besides the peas and the nasturtium is volunteer. We're just letting it go. All of these sunflowers volunteered. That's my cue. Gotta go. Alright, we got kind of interrupted, so I'm gonna cut this a little bit short, but you saw most of everything. I will definitely be posting another one sooner than later this time, and I hope you all enjoy seeing what's going on in the garden. See you next time. Have a great one, and happy growing. See if these little babies will perk up. Have a good night, everyone.